I mean, this melted the plastic switch plate on fire and then lit up the back of the port.
So right now I'm going to the office. We're having our Monday meetings. Every month we have a meeting. The market condition, you know, all the rules, regs, news and everything. So let's go. Boom. And of course there's a lot of food. Food.
My company, Arnold Electric, has been a licensed contractor in the Chicagoland area for 10 years. We're A+ rated on the Better Business Bureau. We have a 4.5 out of 5-star review rating on Yelp. And we've been in and out of thousands of homes in the Chicagoland area over those 10 years. I think typical lifespan of an electrical panel is 25 to 30 years. Although it may not be an immediate safety issue, the fact that the panel is 25 to 30 years old means that it doesn't match up to today's safety standards. I've been doing this for so long, I could walk into a house and just tell you if there's cloth covered wire in there. Cloth covered wire is well beyond its normal operating lifespan, right? So one indication of cloth covered wire, 2-prong outlets. Painted over 2-prong outlets, it's a fire hazard. The paint gets hot and it'll start on fire. I've seen it happen before and it's definitely a safety concern. So the inside of an outlet looks like this, and then the prong goes in there, and then there's some tension in there to keep the plug in there. Once that tension looses and the plug's in there, the cord's going to fall out, and the electricity will jump. So that's called arcing. We've all heard about arc fault breakers too, right? The inspectors flag that on the reports as well. So the arc fault breakers will sense those arcs between the powers jumping between the outlet and then the prong going in there. So maybe you're doing a walkthrough at a client's house and you're checking it out and you see 2-prong outlets with cords falling out of them. It's a good indication that the electrical system needs to be updated. We'll talk about USB charging outlets too. Has anybody seen the USB charging outlets? Who's got a smartphone here? Let's see a show of hands who's got a smartphone. All right, that's what I thought. Everybody's got a smartphone, right? So
it's the user part that isn't necessarily smart.
Yeah. Yes. These USB charging outlets, you're never going to lose the cube because it's permanently installed in your wall, and they have a thermal overload on it. So it's another layer of protection to keep your home safe. About $30 a piece. $30? Yeah. We have a 24-hour emergency service division as well, and I happen to be that division. National Electrical Code is updated every 3 years. Does anybody know who writes the National Electrical Code?
National Electrical Code.
Electricians.
Is National Fire Protection Association. So they update it every 3 years, and the sole purpose of it is to prevent electrical shock and fire.
We have a grant program with the lender where it's a 3% down loan and the lender will give the buyer 2%. So they only have to come up with 1% themselves, okay? They have to be within a certain income limitation, so depending on where the address is, we look it up. Typically, no more than $79,000 a year is the max income for all the borrowers on the loan. So it has to work. The numbers have to work, but it's a good program. We have a loan where you can go up to a loan amount of $679,850 and still get regular rates. So instead of getting the jumbo rates, as long as the borrower has 20% down, the loan amount can go that high and still get the regular 30-year fixed rate.
How do you feel about, I mean, obviously in the last month or so we've seen rates creep up over the 4 mark, and now they're at 4 3/8 or something like that.
Right around there.
Any opinions?
You know,
it's hard. You don't have a crystal ball.
It is hard because they've been telling us rates we're going to go up, like our inside industry news, for forever. And now that they finally have, obviously historically rates are still low.
Yep.
But people still want to hear 3% or 3.5% or something in the 3s, but that's not happening.
How did you like today's meeting in our office? Jack Arnold was talking about electrical issues in houses, how to stay safe, what things to watch out for, and how to make sure your house never catches the fire.